G'day guys, you're back with Miracle Max. Today in the workshop we have a VZ Commodore 2005 model with a 3.6 litre engine in it. We're going to be doing something that's fairly common on them today, radius rod bushes. So let's get into it. Let's have a look at that front wheel as I drive forward and brake. How did that look? You could clearly see the wheel moving backwards as the weight of the vehicle moved forward as we were braking. And of course they have radius rods back in here. So I'll jack it up now and we'll have a look and I'll show you how to test them. But that's a quick test when they're really bad. This one's quite bad. You can see the movement of the wheel backwards and forwards when you brake. I'm going to focus on the left-hand side wheel today because that's the one that's worse, but both sides apply and I'll be doing both sides anyway. Remove the wheel first, eventually. There we go. Had one off already. Well, if you have a look, if you have a close look, you can see that it's actually missing. The bush is literally missing. They've had a nolithane one in there, which is fine, but the poor old thing is literally missing. Look at this, oh, dolly dolly. He went in to get a safety inspection done for registration purposes, and they said, yeah, one of your radius rods bushes has had it. Look, I concur, definitely. It's got a few other issues that need attention as well, which I'm a little surprised that wasn't picked up during inspection. We just come back here. You can see that we've got a tie rod boot split there, of course. That'll chew out our tie rod end, won't it? So to check our radius rod bushes, we would go in between here and here, for instance, see if we can get any movement. And as you can see, we have. Not suggesting that you do this to a large extent, but this one's so bad that it just moves really easy. You should be able to, as I said, just drive the vehicle forwards and you'll feel this clunk in this bush here. Now it has to come off the front. There's a front plate that comes off, so we'll get that fella off. We need to undo this nut as well. To get the radius rod out, I'm just going to start by loosening this end of it just to give us a bit more leeway as we undo the front. The front will come off, but this end here has to come out. So if we just, I've got a impact socket on there, it's a 30mm, and hopefully we can just loosen that up to make it easier to get that front section off as well. Or we won't be able to undo this once we get the front section off anyway. So there we go, loosey-goosey. I can take that out completely, I guess, and then I'll pull that front one off too. I should be able to get me walkie-walkie in the rest of the way. Oh dude, awesome. It's an awesome tool, this one. It's a Milwaukee Fuel. What is it? What's it rated at? It's only the mid-range one, but man, is it great. Battery lasts for ages and ages. There's the part number if you are curious. I can't sing the praises enough about this beast. We got a couple at the college. I was convinced that they were great, so I've got one now for my little workshop. Okay, we're now at the front here. We have 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4 that need to be undone. And these are caged bolts, so in other words they're welded from this side, so we just need to undo those nuts. These are 13mm nuts. Now I'd love to get me walkie-walkie in there, but just no room. Old school. I might just undo this nut as well, just to make it easier to disassemble the whole thing. I've got a 15-16 here, that's close enough. There we go, Max Muscles. Nut off, spacer off, washer off. Take this one off as well. With that final one off the top, that plate should come off like it does. And that'll make it easier to get our rod out entirely. We should be able to slide our rod forward. Remember, we undid the bolt at the back, so this should be able to come forward like that. And then we can walk it out, just like that. With the rod now removed, you can see how badly damaged it is. She's verschnookered, mate. So this bush needs to be knocked out perhaps, or just touched and it perishes and falls apart. Anyway, I'll get the rest of it out and then we can install our new one. Okay, so this is our radius rod. We've got it on the bench, and here's this section, the front section as it stands. That there is the plate together with the bush assembly that goes on the front, that goes onto there somewhere. Then of course we've got the back end here that goes onto our lower control arm, that goes onto our axle and hub and all that sort of gizmo. This one looks alright, but this one not so much, hey. So yeah, it's definitely, whether it was not greased when it was installed or not, I've never seen one chopped that bad, but they're quite easy to replace. Oh, in case you're curious, that's the part numbers there, 48019, and of course the front section is a 48166E. These are the Nolothane brand. They give you a set of instructions that goes with it, so read up on your instructions, folks. And of course, grease, 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 that's the important thing, and of course the all-important sticker that you get to go with it. Nice. So after giving the shaft a bit of a clean up there, get rid of any greeblies, make sure that the thread is in good nick, looks all okay. We grease up our first bush. Oh, just a bit of grease here, there and everywhere. Make sure that it goes on nicely, and just a bit on the inside and a bit everywhere. Who knows? Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Well, one thing I have forgotten, of course, is the little spacer in between there, which if I'd read my instructions would have told me. Crush tube it's called. So there's no need to panic when you get there. There we go. Now she's nice and tight. Okay, lube up the other one, and then that's ready to be assembled on the vehicle. Keep in mind that we've got two sides, so you don't want to use all the grease on one side, like a clown. But of course you do have two little sachets. Then we go on to our other side. So we've got washers, we've got bushes, more bushes, front plate. They give you the whole kit, which is pretty impressive. Yes, and they do give you grease as well, of course, together with the obligatory sticker. That's in that pack there. So we can assemble that. And I've got the old one, of course, in place, so I can assemble it exactly the same. A few things to note on our notes, I guess you could say, is that this kit, when fitted, adds approximately 1/4 degree positive caster, and of course we recommend we recommend a wheel alignment be performed at this time, so that's pretty important. And also you've got to reuse all the nuts, etc., which is, yeah, okay. So in the kit you see a bit of a lip here. That lip will go towards the frame, that'll fit in that away, so don't fit it in backwards. Also the flat bit of the bush, the flat bush goes here, and this extended bit goes into the housing. So this lip goes forward into the housing, and this big schnoz goes into the housing as well. I'll lubricate it all now with the grease. Now that we've got our bushes organised, this fella with the plate over this side, and of course this guy over here with its companion patiently waiting over there, all nicely greased up of course, we can put it back on the car. Thanks to Nolothane. I don't know why I said that, they're not even a sponsor. Anyway, they've been around for years, they're good products, that's all I'm saying. Up to you. So putting in our new radius rod bush here, we can feed it in through the front like a DOS. And then that should go into our link at the back there. It's going in nicely. Okay, so we've got our little plate here that's got to go onto there like DOS. Get my finger out the road. Don't forget this flange here. That'll go to the bottom, that flange there. Push that up like that. That goes up there like that. And then we should have a big plate over the top of that, like that, and then we can bolt it into place. Now the old one had this spacer here, I guess you could say, like a thick flat washer, so I'll put that into place as well. Put the nuts in place, this side, tighten up these, 1, 2, 3, 4, to the correct ugga-dugga tension. So I'd start with this plate first because it's otherwise this here is going to want to move around quite a bit. Then we tighten up our front radius rod nut. Now I've finished tightening that up once I've got the other end on. Now it doesn't look like they've given us any washers for this particular section, so we just put in our new bush on the other side, complete with the old washer. So the old washer together with the old nut go on next. Now that the washer and the nut are on, it's just a matter of tightening it up, of course. And hopefully that bush, or the set of bushes, is a lot better than the old one, hey? So while we're tightening up, it's a good idea to get on the other nut and tighten up against it. So I've got a ratchet on this side and I've got a spanner on the other one right up the front. Go against them, then that way you know they're tight and you're not trying to strip stuff out. Of course the other side will be done the same, so it's pretty much rinse and repeat. And of course that's complete with that front washer and bush assembly as well. Well, I've been on a road test in this VZ Commodore and there's no clunking noise, there's no wandering down the road or anything like that. Those radius rod bushes were certainly had it. I'm going to recommend to the customer that he gets a wheel alignment done. That's super important to make sure that his tyres wear correctly. So I hope you got something from the video today, guys, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like, feel free to comment down below. Of course, don't forget about that notification bell. You don't want to miss any future videos. So until next time, guys, this is Miracle Max signing off. I will catch you later.